Starfield has been a massive success for Xbox. The game is dominating the gaming discussions on social media and it is definitely the blockbuster game that Xbox fans have been waiting for. But Starfield is not all for them, and the launch of the game could be the beginning of a new era of Xbox where they finally have a regular cadence of major AAA quality games. And we are discussing today the importance of Starfield's launch success, what is coming next for Xbox and what they need to do to keep the momentum up. Hello gamers from around the world, this is Boxenberger, the video game enthusiast from Germany, with my latest video to discuss a new era of Xbox AAA games, the release schedule and the momentum that Xbox gains with the launch of the highly anticipated Starfield. And should you end up enjoying this video, it would be absolutely awesome of you to consider to hit the like and subscribe button and maybe even turn on the notification bell to not miss out on future content. Okay, thank you guys, you are awesome. Now let's talk about Xbox. There is no doubt that the current generation of Xbox didn't go as they planned. They launched the console in the middle of a pandemic without any major games. It took them almost 10 months to release the first exclusive AAA blockbusters with Forza Horizon 5 and then Halo Infinite. And well, I don't need to tell you anyone how they struggled to support that game after launch. And after Halo Infinite's release, Xbox fans had the longest dry streak of any publisher ever in video game history in terms of major releases. They bridged that gap with smaller releases like Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment, but Xbox fans wanted, of course, AAA blockbuster titles, and then they released Redfall, which obviously didn't deliver the experience that Xbox gamers have been waiting for. So taking Redfall out of the equation, Xbox had no AAA exclusive game in almost 21 months in between Halo Infinite and Starfield. In addition to that, Team Xbox has been struggling with the availability of consoles in retail, and they had a lot of issues in the first 3 years of the console cycle when it comes to the promised power narrative. So Starfield couldn't have come at a better time for Microsoft, and the game has been a success through and through. For the most part, Starfield received great critiques. Yes, there are the 7s out there, but if we ignore some of the major biased media outlets, the game has been a massive success, and more important than reviewers, gamers do enjoy the game a lot. Starfield had a record-breaking launch with more than 2 million players playing it in early access, and within the first few days they reached more than 6 million players playing the game, making it the most successful Bethesda game launch ever. Besides that, Starfield is dominating the talk in the gaming community for weeks now, and it doesn't seem that it's slowing down because the game is going to be played for a very long time and offers so much. So yeah, considering the aforementioned struggles of Xbox this generation, Starfield is exactly the game that Xbox needed. A big AAA blockbuster that plays fantastic, looks incredible and delivers a deep storytelling and rich universe. Literally. Back in 2018, Microsoft started to acquire a lot of studios, and so they ended up with 23 first-party studios working on a lot of games. And Microsoft has been very transparent with their roadmap. They have announced very early in this generation a lot of games that Xbox fans can look forward to, with Hellblade 2, Fable, Avowed, State of Decay 3, Forza Motorsport, Indiana Jones and many more. The roadmap of Xbox has never looked brighter. The problem was the waiting and the under-deliverance of games like Redfall. But Xbox is getting a lot more confident. You could tell that through their presence during the Not E3 showcase season, where they have shown off really cool games like the upcoming Fable, Avowed, Clockwork Revolution, South of Midnight, Hellblade 2 and many more. They have also had their biggest presence at Gamescom ever. By the way, I had the absolute honor to attend Gamescom this year, but more on that later. They were showing off games like Forza Motorsport. Playable on the show floor were games like Towerborn and Stalker 2, and on September 21st they are going to have a dedicated presentation at Tokyo Game Show. So yeah, Xbox is confident about their roadmap. It definitely feels like Team Xbox is finally breaking out of the narrative "just wait for next year", and Starfield marks this beginning of a new era where Xbox gamers finally seem to get that promise to get a major release every 3 months. The next AAA blockbuster is already on the horizon with Forza Motorsport. This reboot of the beloved racing game series is releasing after 6 years in development with an entirely new engine. It will not only deliver state-of-the-art visuals, but even more important, a complete overhaul of the physics system. I had the chance to see a private behind-closed-door demo of Forza Motorsport at Gamescom, where the game ran on a dev kit and it absolutely looked phenomenal. Not just visually with ray tracing during gameplay, but also a very interesting career mode where you have kind of RPG mechanics to the game where you can level up depending on how you perform, and a very impressive physics system of car behavior and interaction with the road and other cars. So yeah, this fall definitely looks fantastic for Xbox fans and Forza Motorsport, but Xbox needs to keep that momentum up, meaning of course they can't afford to have that dry streak ever again. However, everything points towards Xbox finally being able to break out and get that cadence with regular releases. For 24, they have already announced Hellblade 2 and Avowed in terms of major AAA games, and there will also of course be smaller games, very promising looking games like Towerborn, and having played that at Gamescom, I definitely say keep an eye out for this one. In addition to that, GSC Game World recently announced that the highly anticipated Stalker 2, which is an Xbox ecosystem exclusive, will come out in the first quarter of 24. I played that game during Gamescom and it was very promising, an open world action RPG shooter. If the small slice that I got to play at Gamescom is in any way, shape or form representative of the final product, Xbox fans definitely should be excited for this one because it promised a massive open world, great shooting mechanics, great visuals and a branching narrative. But then there's also Hellblade 2 and Avowed coming, and I understand that Xbox fans are a little bit hesitant when it comes to excitement because the track record of Xbox would definitely mean that those two games would get delayed. However, I had the chance to talk to Melina Jürgens, who is the actress of Senua in Hellblade and the marketing and community manager of Ninja Theory, and obviously they didn't tell me the release date, but when I asked them about how confident they are about the game and whether it will launch before Avowed, they had a big smirk on their face and told us to not bet on Avowed coming out first. So Ninja Theory seems very confident about hitting 2024, and honestly it sounded to me as if they were targeting the first half of 24. And by the way, for those who are waiting to see the combat in the game, they were also very confident and proud about that part, so I don't think we have to worry here at all. Now with Stalker 2, Hellblade 2 and the big RPG Avowed from Obsidian, and some very promising smaller releases like Towerborn and Ara History Untold, it is obvious that Xbox will be able to continue this cadence of regular releases in 24. Besides that, they have a lot more to reveal because there are a lot of studios where we have no idea what they are working on, like id, Machine Games, Tango Gameworks, ZeniMax Online, The Coalition, etc, etc. So when we look at Xbox in the next 12 to 18 months, they definitely have to prove to their fan base that they can keep up the regular release schedule of exciting and quality games. Starfield has been a massive success and it is the breakout that the team in Redmond definitely needed. Now I know that they have also to fix a couple of other things than the obviously most important part, which is the game release schedule. They also have to make sure that games run and perform great on the platform. They have to solve the availability issue of their console hardware. They have to make sure that highly anticipated games like Baldur's Gate 3 don't go through that discourse whether they come to the platform or not ever again. And then there is of course the discussion around mid-gen refresh consoles, where their biggest competitor PlayStation seems to launch one in 2024, but this is a topic for another video. So to wrap things up, Starfield marks the beginning of a new Xbox, the Xbox era that we have all been waiting for, where they finally have a regular cadence of major AAA releases of quality games that Xbox fans can be excited about. And if you look at the discussions and the excitement in the gaming community with Starfield, you definitely want to see that on a regular basis, where just the entire fanbase comes together and enjoys a great game release. And after waiting for way too long, it feels that Xbox fans are finally there and the future roadmap of Xbox games look more exciting than ever before. So definitely let me know in the comments down below whether you are also thinking that Starfield marks this beginning of a new generation for Xbox, and will Xbox be able to keep up their momentum throughout 2024. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And let me thank everyone who supports this channel in any kind of way. You guys are awesome and make this channel to what it is. And besides here on YouTube, you can also hit me up on Twitter, where I share a lot of opinions and gaming discussions. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I see you the next time, and game on!